My child, pay close attention because this moment is important and what I am saying is not ordinary. I have been preparing this for a long time, even when no one could imagine it. You were not chosen by accident, but because there is a greater purpose in your life. What I will accomplish through you is something very special. I was with you when no one noticed. I knew your silent thoughts and hidden doubts. I saw you facing hard days that felt endless, and yet you kept going. Even when tired, you did not give up. Even when weak, you held on to hope. Even in silence, you came back to me. None of this went unnoticed. Your faith, though quiet, was stronger than the problems around you. Your perseverance, though fragile, has prepared the way for the miracle that is now beginning in your life. The weight you carried, I felt every part of it. You wore a brave face while your spirit quietly whispered for relief. I know the exact shape of your burdens. I'd know the names of every disappointment and the sound of every tear that fell unseen. I watched you forgive when you could have turned bitter. I watched you holden when it would have been easier to let go. That is why I have chosen this moment, not because you were flawless, but because you were faithful in the shadows. The world around you may not understand the preparation that has been taking place. They may not have seen the construction of your character, the chiseling of your patience, the shaping of your soul. But I did. I was there with every delay, every no, every closed door that caused your heart to ache. Those were not denials, my child. They were divine delays, sacred pauses where I hid you while I built what could not be rushed. I was not withholding, I was aligning. And now here it is, the unfolding, the opening, the unsealing of what has been waiting for the appointed time. What I am about to do will not just change your circumstances, it will change everything tied to your name. Generations will be impacted, patterns will be reversed, legacies will be rewritten. The ripples of this divine act will move far beyond your lifetime. You have asked me why I made you wait. You wondered if you missed the timing, but what you thought was stillness was in motion. I was weaving together threads too intricate for your eyes to trace. I was answering prayers not only from your lips, but from those who came before you. Voices that cried out for our redemption they would not see, but that you will live. You are the living. Answer to battles fought in silence. You are the fulfillment of promises buried in pain. My beloved, do not shrink back from this. I am placing something sacred into your hands. It is weighty, yes, but it is glorious. It will require more trust, not less. It will demand more stillness, not more striving, because what I am doing is not humanly achievable. You will not be able to point to your own effort and say, "This is how it happened." You will know it was me. Those who watch will know it was. They will see you rise in ways that don't make sense and wonder how it unfolded so quickly. But you will know it was my hand, my favor, my design. Do not resist this moment by revisiting old thoughts of unworthiness. I am not asking for a perfect history. I am inviting you into a holy future. Your past is not a disqualifier. It is a testimony of how I kept you, preserved you, refined you. Every scar will now speak of my goodness. Every setback will become the stage for my movement. Nothing has been wasted. I will use all of it. Let your soul now make room for this. Clear away the thoughts that speak of impossibility. Cast aside the weight of comparison. You are not being called to do what others have done. This is unique. This is personal. This is the greatest thing I have ever planned, and I've entrusted it to you. Not because of status, but because of surrender. Not because of perfection, but because of your yes. You have asked for signs and they are coming, but look not only with your eyes. Pay attention to the stirrings in your spirit, the confirmations in quiet places, the peace that doesn't match the situation. These are the footprints of my movement. They're the soft echoes of the greater thing I am now bringing into your life. Do not be alarmed if things begin shifting quickly. Do not fear the unfamiliar. What feels like disorientation is divine reordering. I am not just opening new paths. I am closing old ones that can no longer carry the weight of where I am, taking you, let them go. Release the habits that tether you to limitation. Release the people who cannot walk with where I am leading. Some doors must shut to protect the purity of what I'm doing next. You are not stepping backward. You are stepping into the full version of what I dreamed over your life. You are becoming who I always saw, the version of you not shaped by pain, but by purpose, the one not driven by fear, bottled by peace. You are entering into your divine capacity, not by striving harder, but by finally yielding deeper. My child, this is not just a new chapter, it is a new book. The story I am now writing with your life will be unlike anything you have seen before. You are not repeating a cycle. You are not reliving what hurt you. You are stepping into a divine deviation, a heavenly disruption. This is the place where heaven touches earth through your yes. You will not be overwhelmed, for I am guiding you. You will not be confused, for I am speaking clearly. You will not be left alone, for I am walking every step ahead of you. What I am doing is not fragile. It is rooted in my eternal word. It cannot be broken, undone, or blocked by any force. What I set in motion, no hand can stop. What I speak over you, no voice can revoke. You are not just being blessed. You are becoming a blessing. You are not just being lifted. You are being positioned, and those who once saw your struggle will soon see my strength. Not for your glory, but for mine. Not to elevate your name, but to establish my work through your life. This is not a coincidence. This is my covenant. You are not late. You are not behind. You are precisely on time. For this, for now, for me, the greatest thing I have ever done, I will do through you. My child, do not second guess what your spirit is feeling now. That inner stirring, the quiet shift you sense but cannot yet explain, is my movement within you. I am awakening something ancient, something implanted long before. Time called your name. It is not unfamiliar to me, though it may feel new to you. What is beginning now was written into your being before your first breath. You are not just walking into a promise. You are stepping into something I spoke over your life when no one else was listening. You have asked, Lord, am I really the one? And I answer now with certainty, yes, you are. I have searched not for the most qualified, but for the most surrendered. I did not choose based on reputation, applause, or strength. I looked for the one who would say yes in the quiet, who would bow low when no one was watching. That is why I have entrusted this to you, because I know what you will carry. You will carry with reverence. There are things I am about to show you that will make previous seasons finally make sense. The pain that puzzled you, the delays that felt cruel, the rejections that left you confused, all of it is being interpreted through my lens. What felt like loss was my redirection. What felt like denial was actually divine development. I allowed you to feel testing, not to harden you, but to deepen you. I let you walk through storms, not to test your worth, but to train your wings. Now you will soar, not because the wind is perfect, but because your trust has grown stronger than the weather. I am setting you apart for something that cannot be mass-produced. What I am doing with you is custom-made. It cannot be replicated, copied, or stolen. No one else's blueprint applies here because your calling does not match another's measure. Stop comparing your timeline to theirs. Stop evaluating your progress by what you see around you. I am not preparing you for imitation. I am preparing you for distinction. This path is rare, and so are you. I know there were times you felt like you were falling behind, like others ran ahead while you stood still. But what they didn't know was that while they were building with their hands, I was building you. And now the foundation is strong. The structure is deep. Thievesel is ready. What I pour into you now will not leak out. What I plant in you now will not be uprooted. What I place upon your life will rest securely, because your character has been refined to carry it. Listen carefully, my beloved. The season of invisibility was not punishment. It was preservation. I kept you hidden because exposure too early would have invited attacks you were not ready to withstand. But now the covering is lifting. Not for spectacle, not for display, but for fulfillment. I'm revealing you not for attention, but for assignment. You are not stepping out. You are being unveiled. This is my doing. The ones who misunderstood you will now marvel at what I've made. Of you, the ones who dismissed you will see the evidence of my touch, and thought their eyes may not comprehend it. Your spirit will recognize the weight of this hour. You are not being elevated for comfort. You are being positioned for legacy. This moment carries more than just personal breakthrough. It is generational in impact. The choices you make now will echo beyond your lifetime. You've often wondered why the opposition has been so fierce. Why? Every step forward felt followed by resistance. It's because of what you carry. The enemy has not been fighting your present. He's been terrified of your future. The attacks weren't about where you are, but about what you are about to become. But hear me, the one who opposes me has no authority over what I have ordained. His efforts were loud, but they were never lasting. I have already broken every strategy formed against you. No curse can cling to what I have blessed. No delay can override my decree. I am bringing to you now what was withheld, not because I changed my mind, but because the appointed time has arrived. The gates are opening. The doors that once stayed shut are now swinging wide. But not all access is beneficial, my child. Discernment will be your compass. Every open door is not my door. You must walk with wisdom. Stay close to my whisper. Let peace be your confirmation. We'll speak not always through signs, but through stillness. Pay attention to what aligns easily. You will know it's me when you do not have to force it. You will feel the weight lift, the striving cease. That is how you will recognize my hand, by the stillness that settles over your spirit when I move. I do not operate in confusion. I do not bless through chaos. When I release, I also affirm. When I direct, I also empower. You will not walk alone into this. I will surround you with the right ones, companions of clarity, voices of encouragement, people who do not compete with your calling, but strengthen it. Let go now of every agreement you've made with fear. I am not calling you to walk forward timidly. I am inviting you to move boldly, not because you have all the answers, but because you trust the one who does. This is not the time to shrink. This is not the season to play small. What I am doing requires the full weight of your yes. Half-hearted surrender will not sustain the fullness of what I am giving. So lean in fully, step forward with both feet. Trust me beyond your logic. You may not see it all clearly yet. That is by design. I reveal in pieces not to confuse you, but to keep your heart near mine. If you could see everything at once, you mightily on your plan. But in this way, step by step, word by word, I draw you deeper into dependence, into daily communion. That is where I do my best work, not in your plans, but in your trust. My child, your life is becoming the canvas upon which I will paint a masterpiece. The brushstrokes may not make sense in isolation, but soon you will see the whole picture. It will be stunning, not because of you, but because of the one who held you through it all. The one who whispered when others were silent. Theon who stayed when others walked away. So now stay close. Not out of fear, but out of awe. You are not who you used to be. You are not where you used to be, and what comes next will not resemble what came before. The greatest thing I've ever done, I am doing through you, not in the distance, not later. But now, see, my child, what I am preparing to do through you will not look like anything you've seen before. You've heard about my greatness. You've read of my wonders. You've seen glimpses of my glory in the lives of others. But now I say to you, the greatest thing I have ever done, I will do through you, not beside you, not around you, not simply for you, but through you in a way that will leave no doubt that it was I, your God, who moved. This is not a borrowed promise. It was not spoken over someone else. It's not a leftover word waiting to be passed along. This has your name written into its design. I have carved out a path that only your feet can walk, a weight of purpose that only your hands can carry, a sound that only your voice can release. The earth groans for the unveiling of what I've hidden inside you, a wonder that has been incubating in silence, waiting for this very season. Do not diminish yourself by recalling where you've come from. I do not choose based on credentials or connections. I choose based on heart, on surrender, on purity of desire. And your desire, though buried under the dust of weariness, has remained steady. That flame may have flickered in the wind of delay, but it never went out. I saw it. I preserved it, I breathed over it, and now I am igniting it for what I have ordained to come alive through you. You have asked me, why me, Lord? And I answer now with certainty, because you allowed me to shape you in secret. You let me undo your plans so I could establish me. You did not resist when the path bent unexpectedly. You kept walking even when you did not understand. That quiet trust is the soil where I plant my most powerful works. The kind that ripple into eternity. The kind that carry more weight than titles or platforms. The kind that shift generations. What I'm about to bring forth will be a sign not just to others but to you. You will see my power moving through your life in ways you could not orchestrate, imagine, or duplicate. I am not building something temporary. I'm doing the greatest thing I've ever done, and I'm choosing to place it in you. So the world will not worship the vessel, but the one who fills it. And still I know the thoughts you wrestle with. Am I really enough? Will I fail under the weight of it? My child, you were never asked to do this alone. I will be the strength within you. I will be the wisdom in your decisions. I will be the steady voice when the noise grows loud. I do not just give assignments. I walk them out with you step by step, breath by breath. I do not abandon what I begin. Remember this, the greater the assignment, the deeper the preparation. What you called pain was really purpose. What felt like wilderness was really refinement. You have been shaped to carry glory, not your own, but mine. And when the time is right, which is now, release what has been stored away. Not to entertain crowds, but to fulfill my covenant. You do not need a stage to carry my presence. You do not need applause to validate what I'm doing through you. I do not require permission from others to elevate you. I do not wait for their approval. I move by my own authority. And when I decide that the time has come, no voice can delay it. No opposition can cancel it. No fear can resist it. The greatest thing I've ever done, I will do it through you, simply because I chose you. You may not feel ready, but I am. You may not see how it will unfold, but I do. What you see as limitation, I see as readiness. What you feel is weakness, I see as surrender. And that is exactly where I move, in the open hands, in the yielded will, in the heart that says, God, have your way. I will take your history, every part of it, and thread it into something holy. Nothing you've walked through will be discarded. Every disappointment will become a seed. Every delay will become a door. Every hidden place will become a platform for my voice to resound. The greatest things I've ever done in history began in hearts just like yours, humble, trembling, honest. And now I will write a new line in that history with your name upon it. Those around you may not understand what I am birthing through your life. That's all right, they weren't meant to. I didn't place the blueprint in their hands, I placed it in your spirit. And it is there that I will continue to speak, to breathe, to guide. You don't need to convince anyone. Your obedience will be the proof. Your transformation will be the sign. Do not be afraid of the size of this thing. I will not place upon you what I have not already equipped you to carry, and what you lack I will supply. What you fear I will silence. What you cannot see yet I will unveil in perfect timing. All I ask is that you continue to say yes, not once, but daily, not loudly, but truly. Each yes is a gateway to the next move I've prepared. Your story will not end in confusion. It will not close in disappointment, because I, the Lord, have spoken a word over you that cannot return void. And that word is this: the greatest thing I've ever done, I will do through you. You, my child, you, the one who stayed, you, the one who hoped quietly, you, the one who loved me more than answers. So prepare, not by striving, but by stillness, not by planning, but by trusting. Let your soul open wide to what I am pouring now, because the heavens have opened and my hand is moving not around you, but through you. My child, there is no power in this world or beyond it that can halt what I have now set in motion through you. This hour is not ordinary. This season is not common. This moment was written into eternity long before you took your first breath. And I preserved it carefully, just as I have preserved you. I know how long you've waited. I know the hours you've spent asking if your obedience was noticed, if your unseen tears held meaning, if your sacrifices were truly heard in heaven. Hear me now. Every tear watered the soil of destiny. Every quiet yes echoed through the heavens. Every small act of faith opened the way for the greatest thing I've ever done. And now I will do it through you. This is not a promise for later. It is not a vision for the distant future. It is not a vague possibility hidden behind layers of striving. No, my beloved, this is a now word, a divine unveiling, a heavenly commissioning. I have prepared the way. The foundation has been set. And now breathe upon what I've built within you. Do not look at your hands and say, "But Lord, I have so little." Remember, I created everything from nothing. It turned dust into life. I took the overlooked, the rejected, the forgotten, and made them vessels of my glory. What you see as small, I see as ready. I am not limited by what you possess. I move according to what you surrender. I have hidden within you something this world desperately needs. Not something loud or showy, something pure, something rooted, something holy. It is through you that I will release a measure of my love that will restore what others thought impossible to heal. Through you, I will send words that will break generational silence. Through you, I will raise what was buried. Through you, I will breathe where others only saw dryness. Do not resist the rising. Do not question the lifting. This is not pride. This is purpose. I am the one exalting you, not to elevate your name, but to establish my will. What you will carry will not draw attention to self, but to me. You will be a signpost, a living testimony that I still move, still choose, still speak, still restore. I know there were moments you felt forgotten, but my child, I was not distant. I was designing, I was writing chapters that your eyes hadn't read yet. I was anchoring you. Deeper so the winds of this world would not uproot you when my glory came rushing in. And now it is coming, not in part, in full. You will walk into rooms and the atmosphere will shift, not because of who you are, but because of who walks with you. You will speak, and hearts will soften, not from charisma, but from my anointing flowing through every word. You will dream again, not with fear of disappointment, but with divine confidence that what I place in your spirit will come to pass. There is a power being stirred inside you that will shake off the dust of yesterday. Old shame will fall like broken chains. Lingering fear will dissolve in my light. I'm making you bold, not brash, courageous, not careless. I'm giving you the voice you thought you lost, the strength you thought you missed, and the clarity you thought would never return. And yes, there will be those who do not understand. They will try to define you by your past. But I define you by my promise. I do not call you based on what you've done. I call you based on what I placed within you. You are not who they say you are. You are who I say you are, and I say you are chosen. I say you are ready. I say you are mine. My child, when you feel the surge of hope rising inside, don't question it. That's my spirit moving. When you feel the urge to speak words of life into someone else, don't hold back. That's my voice flowing through yours. When you sense the impossible coming close, do not doubt it. That's my hand clearing the path. It told you the greatest thing I've ever done, I will do through you. This is not temporary. This is not a brief moment of favor. This is a divine shift. And it will not end in exhaustion, but in expansion. It will not conclude in confusion, but in clarity. This is a new stream that will keep flowing as long as you remain yielded. Stay close, stay soft, stay listening, because I will speak again and again and again. Even now I am confirming this word with signs around you. Some small, some subtle, some undeniable. You will know it's me. The timing will be too precise. The peace will be too deep. The door will be too perfect. That is how I move unmistakably, undeniably, divinely. You won't need to force anything. You'll simply walk into what was already waiting. Do not return to old limitations. You are not that version of you anymore. You are no longer surviving. You are rising. Not in pride, but in my presence. Not for recognition, but for revelation. My glory will be seen through your life in ways that will leave others in awe, not of you, but of me. This is my doing, this is my design, and I do all things well. Now receive this word, hold it close, let it settle into the deepest parts of your soul, for what I am about to release through your life will make every prior delay worth it, every wound will testify. Every silence will now sing. The weight you carried will become the wings that carry others. The greatest thing I've ever done, I will do through you. If this divine word touched your heart, I invite you, as one called, chosen, and beloved, to subscribe and stay connected to this sacred journey. God is moving, and there's more He's about to reveal. Leave a comment below with Amen if you're ready for Him to do His greatest work through you. You are seen. You are loved. You are not finished. You are just beginning.